Good morning, students and learners. So, in the previous lectures, we are discussing about the various IC fabrication, and we discussed about the NMOS fabrication followed by CMOS. And now today we are going to discuss about BJT fabrication, that is bipolar junction transistor fabrication. And here in this there are like various techniques, but today we shall be discussing about junction isolation technique, which is quite common for BJT fabrication. So I am Neha Sharma at Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering, Assistant Professor at Engineering College, Jhalawad, Rajasthan. So let's get started. So you can see here, this is a brief about the steps in your bipolar IC fabrication, and this I have taken from this source, Circuits Today. You can go through this website and get this. So you can see here it has a series of steps followed by starting with your p-type substrate, then buried layer, then epitaxial layer, then we'll go for isolation diffusion. Here you can see here junction isolation we are using, and then base diffusion, emitter, and then finally metallization and your passivation layer. So we shall be discussing these steps in detail. So the first layer is implantation of your buried layer. So the starting material is a p-type single crystal silicon wafer, and on it a thin layer of SiO2 is formed, silicon dioxide is formed on all surface of p-type silicon wafer by exposing it to oxygen or water vapor in an electric furnace. Means oxidation processes we have to follow. The first masking step defines the area of N plus buried layer. N plus means very highly doped buried layer, and this is also called as your subcollector. As you can see here in this diagram, this is your N plus buried layer, and here it is very highly doped. So the function of this layer is to reduce the collector resistance of the transistor. The SiO2 is removed in these areas by chemical etching. Then the thermal diffusion or ion implantation forms the desired heavily doped N type, that is N plus buried layer region. The resulting structure is, you can see here in the diagrams. For both I have given here the side view and the plane view also. In the next step we are going for your epitaxial process. So though the silicon dioxide masking layer is removed and it is exposed, the whole of the silicon area is exposed. So by epitaxial deposition an N-type layer is grown. As you can see here, this N-type layer is grown. This is N epitaxial layer, which will later become the collector of our BJT. BJT में, as we know, we have three terminals. One is emitter, base and collector. तो first सबसे पहले जो हमारा fabricate हो रहा है वो collector region रहेगा आपका. So it is grown by epitaxial process. So in this, during the epitaxial process, the N-type dopant previously introduced in the buried layer areas diffuses in all the directions. You can see here it is covering your whole of the region. Moving on to the next is, we'll go for junction isolation. So junction isolation में what we are doing, the wafer with the epitaxial layer is then oxidized in an elevated temperature in a HO2 ambient, in a water ambient. That means a wet oxidation is happening here. This forms a layer of silicon dioxide, so of some appropriate thickness of 0.5 micrometers. A second masking layer step defines a border completely enclosing N-type islands of silicon that are to be electrically isolated collectors of your transistor. As you can see here, these SiO2 islands are grown here, और इसके जो नीचे वाला रीजन है दैट वी विल लीव. तो ये SiO2 की पैटर्निंग और एचिंग हम लोग करेंगे, एंड देन दिस रीजन इज़ left here for your isolation. So p-type diffusion into the border areas is continued until the entire epitaxial layer has been penetrated, since it has to be penetrated quite a deep, तो वो तब तक diffusion process चलता रहेगा. Thus islands of n-type silicon are bounded on all sides by p-type silicon. Isolation is achieved by applying voltages such that this p-n junction is always reversed biased. This p-n junction I am talking about, it has to be always reverse biased as to ensure the junction isolation. So the n-type diffusion for p-type diffusion, here for p-type diffusion we will be taking boron as your impurity. So a new layer of the thermal oxide is grown over the isolation areas. So by this we will get this junction isolation, two junctions of p plus isolation. Next is we are moving towards making your base region. So the third masking step defines base region of your NPN transistors. The pattern of resistors are formed simultaneously in separated isolated n-type regions. So again boron is used here for your p base, and boron is again diffused or implanted to form bases and your resistors. The n-type collector is converted to p-type, you can see here, because जो p base है हम लोग n-type collector के अंदर ही बना रहे हैं, तो उसके अंदर p type का diffusion we have to do it, but this p type diffusion is not up to the depth of your buried layer. मतलब इतना उसमें diffusion नहीं करना है कि वो buried layer तक पहुंच जाए, इतना deep नहीं करना है हमको. अगेन इसके लिए भी हम लोग बोरोन ही यूज़ कर रहे हैं जैसे हमने आइसोलेशन के लिए यूज़ किया था. So this is the final structure we are getting. So the n-type collector is converted to p-type when the density of your p-type impurities exceeds that of your n-type impurities. ठीक है, तो जब ये condition आ जाएगी then we'll get this p-type base structure inside your n collector. So you can see here this SiO2 layer in this another diagram is always be just to give an explanation about your masking and patterning, तो इसलिए SiO2 की layer इसके अंदर लगा के इसको show किया हुआ है. Moving on to the next is collector बन गया, base बन गया. Now next terminal we need is emitter. तो emitter में क्या है कि the fourth photolithographic steps defines n-type transistor emitters and n-type regions for low resistance contacts to your collector. अब collector पे भी तो contacts we have to make. So you can see here by this n-type, ये तो n-type emitter बन गया हमारा, and collector पे भी हम लोगों को कनेक्शन करना है ना, फाइनल कनेक्शन करना है, कॉन्टैक्ट्स बनाने हैं, तो इट हैज़ टू बी वेरी लो रेजिस्टेंस, लो रेजिस्टेंस होना चाहिए. तो उसके लिए अगेन वी विल डू दिस n प्लस डिफ्यूजन हियर. सो दीज टू टाइप ऑफ डिफ्यूजन्स कैन बी डन. So this again conversion of p type base to n type requires impurity compensation. Again this one के मतलब n के अंदर first we'll do p type, then p type के again अंदर we have to do this n type diffusion. So all these things are done by keeping your diffusion profile in mind. Moving on to the next is your p type ohmic contacts. So a base भी बना दिया, but for it to be very low resistance, तो इसके लिए भी हम लोग p plus diffusion यहाँ पे करेंगे. You can see here ये emitter terminal आ गया. Wait, this is you are getting your emitter terminal, this is your collector terminal, and here is your base terminal. So you can see here this is NPN. This is your emitter, base and your collector. Emitter, base and collector. So in another step we have to make your metal deposition and etching to make the contacts and for this we are using aluminum contacts here. So an oxide is again thermally grown over the entire wafer and via photolithography. So those regions where contact is to be made to the silicon are defined. You can see here this layer is of SiO2. तो जिधर पे हम लोग ने कॉन्टेक्ट्स बनाने वहाँ पे SiO2 नहीं है, बाकी पे कवर किया हुआ है फॉर योर मेटलाइजेशन प्रोसेस. यू कैन सी हियर. तो यहाँ पे हमारे कॉन्टेक्ट्स फाइनली बन चुके हैं. आइसोलेशन के कॉन्टेक्ट्स अलग हैं. ये आइसोलेशन के कॉन्टेक्ट्स हमने इसलिए बनाए जस्ट टू एंश्योर कि वो रिवर्स बायस्ड रहे हमेशा. एंड देन वी हैव NPN कनेक्शंस हियर, एमिटर बेस एंड कलेक्टर के कनेक्शंस यहाँ पे. The final step is your passivation layer. Now you can see contacts पूरे हो चुके हैं and SiO2 की layer आपकी लग चुकी है. Then on the top of it, covering the entire wafer with glass and opening the area where over the bond pads which requires another masking layer. So finally it will be connected to the मतलब जो final bonds रहेंगे आपके, final जो आपके IC जो आपकी फाइनल IC है, इसका जो आउटसाइड एनवायरनमेंट से जो भी कनेक्शन रहेगा, इट इज़ थ्रू दिस बॉन्डेड पैड्स, these connections. So the chip is then tested using a set of test vectors which consists of a sequence of input voltages and stimuli and expected output, and finally इसकी testing की जाएगी, final जो chip बनेगा, and then it will go a series of testings, and then finally when it is like okay and giving all the correct results, then it will go for further processing. So this is for your BJT, and thanks for today.